Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. This week I'm going to be showing you what I'm doing in terms of my flexibility routine at the moment, because it's definitely changed a lot. My training is sometimes and almost always changing in like small ways or big ways, so I thought it would be fun to show you what I'm doing to improve my flexibility. Now, when I say my flexibility, I have specific goals of working on my oversplits and then also my active flexibility. Oversplits is when you are trying to get this, I don't know how to describe it other than that your legs are being like over the normal, like just front splits on the ground. Some people can get pretty crazy flexible with this. I don't have the greatest over splits, hence why I'm working on it, but I probably won't be getting to like that extreme. I just want to improve it a little bit more. The aim with also improving my over splits is to help my active flexibility by improving my range of motion, so that I can then, in my active flexibility, to then strengthen that range with the active flexibility. Because in your active flex, this is more when you are like holding your leg up and it requires more muscle than if you were just like sitting in a front splits on the ground. This one is a bit of a goal of mine because doing things like handstand and aerials, it really helps to make my lines look really nice. And also my active flexibility isn't the greatest. I definitely love watching like ballet and like how their active flexibility is just like insane. So before we jump into these stretches, I've just got a couple disclaimers and notes about this kind of stretching though. So first off, the disclaimer, please be careful if you are trying any of this. If you do want to try it, please consult a trained coach that can help you along the way, because things like oversplits and active flexibility, it's very easy to push yourself too fast, too hard, and injure yourself. So if you are at this stage where you are flat on the ground and you want to work on your oversplits, or you want to work on your active flexibility and try and improve that, please don't rush, take it slow. Don't try and push yourself too hard, too fast. Like I said before, that's when you get injured. And it's also important that you don't skip along in stretches. You really want to make sure that you warm up individual stuff. So like especially your hips, that is super important. Now, I'm also saying this is just what I'm doing. There is so many different options and ways that you can like stretch and improve your flexibility. This is just what I'm doing and experimenting to see if it will help improve. I mean, it definitely has, but it'll be interesting to see if it like helps it even more and how quickly or fast that'll happen. So to start off with, I have a static flexibility routine. I'm not going to take you through this one because I filmed it before, but I will leave it up here for you guys if you want to go and check that out. So this static stretching routine, I do this every day. And then from there, I add on like my different programs. So the next one that is coming up is my active flexibility. But I can't show you in here, so let's go into the tent and I will take you through all of my stretches. Let's go. So to start off with, I do some compression lifts. I do about 10 to 15 of these, and then I do compression holds. And then after that, I swap to doing these little like straddle lifts with like circles with my toe, and I go circles in one direction and then 10 in the other direction. I then do straddle compression lifts, and I do 10 to 15 of these as well, and then do the hold just like the pike one. After that, I then do some fire hydrants, so keeping my leg straight to make it harder. You can bend your leg to make it easier, and this is just to help strengthen my glute. And then I give my hips a bit of a stretch out. It was so hot this day, I was sweating so much. I then go into some ballet lifts and I do 15 to the front, really trying to kick that up as high as I can. I then do holds for 10 seconds, working towards 15. It's very hard. My hips get very sore by the time I get to this, so I don't last very long. But this one is really good because it helps with your active flex so much. After that, I do some stretches with TheraBands. Now I hook this one over both feet and then I lie in a straddle position on my back. Make sure you flex your feet so that the band doesn't fall out and whack you, because that hurts. I then come up to sitting on my bum and do the same thing, but in the pancake position. I go pretty gentle into this one because this is quite a heavy TheraBand, as you can see from my face. Often when I'm doing these stretches, they border on like a bit painful because I'm stretching into them, so I'll recommend breathing. Trying to breathe through the pain or distract yourself so that you aren't thinking about it. After this, I then do these downward dog lifts with the TheraBand. If you watch carefully, you can figure out how I put it on. Just once again, make sure you flex that foot so that it doesn't whack you. The first ones that I do are just like lifts with a tighter TheraBand. You could do like a larger kick, and I do 10 of them on each leg, and then I was not happy this day. It was hard. I then do little like kick pulses on both sides as well. And then after that, I grab a slightly lighter TheraBand because the red one is way too thick for this next exercise. You can see I push the TheraBand over my shoulder and then I use that to help pull my top leg over the top of myself to help stretch out my splits. You can see how I take it off my shoulder as well because I have whacked myself with this one very hard with the TheraBand. Make sure you keep that top foot flexed. It hurts way too much, but I really do like this stretch and I hope that one day I can progress to using the red thicker band. But for now, a light one because it's a pretty intense stretch. Alright, it is the next day, so today I am doing my over flexibility routine and I will take you through all of that. So let's head into the tent. So for my over splits flexibility routine, I start off with some really gentle hip warm-up exercises. So I'm doing little half circles going both ways with each leg. I then like to do this stretch because it feels really gentle on my hips, just swinging my knees down each side to the ground. And then I come into a horse stance, pushing my knees out and really trying to drop my legs down. I then like to do a little bit of a back stretch. And with this one, you really want to make sure that you tuck your pelvis in. And a lovely drop-in kiss from my boyfriend. He's so funny. I then like to do the kneeling squat stretch, so just helping to open up my hips and my groin area, and I do a couple of them. I then turn my knee so that it's facing the side and push and help to start push that leg down to the ground. This is a pretty intense stretch, so take it easy if you do try it. I just start off with some pancake stretches, and just really gently going into this one. And then I try to progress to lying on the floor, which is pretty normal for me. I then do like forward folds using like the body weight of my upper body. I either do my arms out or my hands on my head. I then go over to each leg and forward fold onto them to try and help with my hamstring flexibility in my pancake. Really trying to keep that back nice and flat and not too rounded as well. I then like to do a nice sort of like small side bending stretch, reaching my arm over the top and grabbing my foot. I then hop into my full pancake middles and do the more deeper arm over my side, stretch, and opening up the side. So this is my static flexibility routine that I was talking about before. I will just put this in sort of like fast forward so you can roughly see what I do for this. Most of this is all like static stretching and PNF stretching. All of this stretching is really good to do just to prep my body for my front splits. And after I've finished it, I do like my full front splits on the ground to warm up for my over splits later on. To find the full video where I explain all of these stretches, I will link it up in the cards for you guys. Alright, so after I've done that routine, I then do moving through my front to my middles and back to the other front side. I actually find this one a bit difficult at the moment because my hips are pretty like clunky, but I'm hoping to smooth it up a bit more. After that, I then go into my over splits routine. So at the moment, I'm just using one yoga block to start off with to just warm up. I'm really making sure that I'm keeping my hips nice and square, and then I'm pushing that back hip down to the ground. After that, I then rotate into my middle / pancake, and I do the pancake stretch first. Now this one can be pretty intense on that leg that is elevated, so make sure you just take it easy with how far you go into your pancake. After that, I go into my middles. Now this one is, it's all right, it's getting there, but middles are not my strongest thing. I kind of hate them a lot. I then do my side bend again with my foot on the yoga block. This makes it easier to get to my foot, and then I can really pull my side down. After that, I like to do a little knee down to the ground just to loosen up my hips because they're pretty tight by that stage. I then do the exact same thing, except I need my phone first. Come on, Ellen. She gets it. I do the exact same thing on the other side. Now with over splits, you really want to take it easy, and you really want to like adjust the stretching and stuff to the level that you're at. That's why it's really important to get a coach, because it can be a pretty intense routine to go through. After that, I then do my back leg on a yoga block, and this one you really have to squeeze your leg and you have to lift your knee off the ground. So you can see when I'm squeezing it, lifting it off the ground compared to when it's relaxed on the floor. This one's really good for opening up that back hip. After that, I do over splits on 2 yoga boxes, one on the front, one on the back, really straightening that back leg and really trying to push the back hip down to the ground. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let's just ignore my disgusting hair. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing what I'm doing to improve my flexibility and what my flexibility goals are at the moment. If you did, please give this video a like because it really supports my channel, and hit that subscribe button if you want to see more, and the little notification bell to be notified anytime I upload a new video, which is roughly once a week. If you do want to see heaps more flexibility videos because you like this one and watched it, I will leave some up here and throughout the video, so check them out if you want to find more, especially like follow along videos. But with that, I will see you guys next time. Bye!